I move through the morning with a breath that feels ancient, like it's been carried through 1,000 quiet battles. The world never bothered to notice. My footsteps sound soft, but they're built on the echoes of every time I had to rebuild myself from the dust people swore I'd stay buried in. So before you speak my name, before you let my story roll off your tongue like something you bought at a discount, make sure you understand the price I paid for every piece of peace I learned to hold. Don't mistake my silence for softness, it's discipline. Don't mistake my calm for weakness, it's mastery. Don't mistake my kindness for fragility, it's strength that refuses to shout because it already knows its worth. People love to talk about things they never lived, judge chapters they've never read, summarize souls they never sat with. But I didn't climb out of my shadows just to let someone standing in the dark tell me how bright I'm allowed to shine. Watch what you say about me, not because I break easy, because I don't break anymore. And that truth alone is something most people can't handle, so they twist it into something small enough to fit inside their doubts. I've grown beyond a reach of shallow commentary. I've outpaced the versions of me people still try to hold on to, like outdated photographs they never bothered to update. They talk like I'm who I used to be, but they never met who I became after I learned how to stand alone and still feel whole. I move different now, my choices are intentional, my reaction slower, my vision clearer, my peace guarded like a fragile flame in a storm full of hands trying to snuff it out. So when someone speaks on me, they're not talking about the person I am, they're talking about the person they need me to be to feel comfortable with who they are. That's why I don't take offense, I take note and I keep walking, because if someone can distort my name without ever standing inside my life, imagine how little they must know about their own. I learned to stay centered, to let the noise pass like wind through an open window, to let my growth whisper louder than their assumptions ever could, to let my truth stand unshaken even when there was tremble with the weight of insecurity. Speak lightly when you speak of me, not because I demand it, but because anything else reveals more about your spirit than mine. I don't need to defend myself anymore. My life is the defense, my actions are the evidence, my pieces are the proof. See, I've been underestimated so many times that I stopped correcting people and started allowing their disbelief to fuel my quiet evolution. I don't respond with anger, I respond with growth. I don't clap back with noise, I clap back with progress. I don't argue, I send, and every time I elevate, the words fall further beneath me like loose stones that used to trip me before I learned how to fly above them. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear. I don't need validation from tongues that speak more fear.